A very good evening and a very warm welcome to State of Business on our television. I am Savindri Jayawardena. Let's look at the top stories for the day. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa leaves for Bangladesh to attend the Mujib Eternal ceremony. A program should be arranged to inoculate the university students. UGC chairman requests. News in detail. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa, who is on a two-day visit to Dhaka in Bangladesh, addressed the National Parade Squad this evening, marking the Bangladesh birth anniversary and the Golden Jubilee of Independence. The Premier will also hold a formal meeting with Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and President Abdul Hamid during the day. Following the welcome reception, Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa visited the National Martyrs Memorial in the city of Savar, approximately 35 kilometers from Dhaka. Prime Minister paid his respects at the monument, which was inaugurated in 1982 as a memory of those who died in the fight for the country's independence. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa also planted a sapling of Brownie Cochinia at the venue. In the evening, Prime Minister participated as the guest of honor at an event to celebrate the birth of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the father of the Republic of Bangladesh, at the invitation of the Prime Minister of Bangladesh. Mahinda Rajapaksa also participated in bilateral discussions with the Prime Minister of Bangladesh, the President, the Minister of External Affairs and the Governor of the Central Bank of Bangladesh this afternoon. In addition, bilateral discussions will be held during the visit on a wide range of issues, including agriculture, trade and investment, defense and maritime relations, education, health and tourism. During the visit, several memoranda of understanding will be signed in various fields such as agriculture, industry, education, health and cultural cooperation. The Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences of University of Sri Jayawardenepura commenced its 7th International Research Conference on Humanities and Social Sciences yesterday at the university premises under the patronage of USA Ambassador Elena B. Teplitz. International Research Conference on Humanities and Social Sciences 2021 is being held today and tomorrow as a virtual conference under the theme of Collaborate and Discover, Break the Barriers. IRCHSS 2021, as it has been in the past years, aims at providing a platform for renowned intellectual key profiles and emerging scholars to exchange and share their experiences and research on all aspects of humanities and social sciences. The conference will also feature a special symposium on language teaching and learning today.
To me, actually, these exchange programs are one of the most significant investments that our country has made in our bilateral relationship here. And I firmly believe, as a diplomat for 30 years, that the ties between countries do not start and stop when you think of government to government. It's really the P2P, right? It's the people-to-people ties that make or break that relationship. And here we have very strong connections. The ties really become real and durable when they're in the realm of people to people. It gives us personal rather than institutional reasons to nurture and support our relationship in the future. And as the pandemic recedes, I hope we will be able to sponsor more exchanges with Sri Jayawardenepura as well as other institutions and individuals, and we'll be doing more face-to-face interaction. We're all hopeful for that, but I'm glad this conference could continue in its hybrid format.
UGC Chairman Senior Professor Sampath Amaratunga stresses that the state universities which were closed due to the COVID-19 pandemic should be open soon, as the most of the facilities provided for the students are same for the other staffers. UGC Chairman also added that 460,000 individuals, including the administration staff, should be vaccinated in order to reopen the university, and he had already made requests for the government.
This research conference, a great thing after COVID. Even yesterday I had a good meeting with USAID and I have told them the problems what we have, the injections. So I have to somehow give the injection for 160,000 in order to reopen the universities. Monday 2 o'clock I have a meeting with Secretary Health and DG Health to discuss about reopening of universities. So without the injection, how can we bring 40,000 students, because all our facilities are common, washrooms common, everything common. So we are in trouble in that way. And I have requested USAID if there is any way that we can get down injection for universities. So even without injection we can bring students, but what will happen to staff then? We are in real trouble when it is come to, getting this injection at this moment. So I have requested that also.
Stay tuned for more news right after this break. Welcome back after the break. Finance Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa said that there is no shortage of gas in Sri Lanka and that there is no need to increase gas prices during the festive season. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa has stated this at a discussion held at Temple Trees yesterday regarding the current economic situation and the market. The discussion was also focused on providing relief to consumers for rice, coconut, milk powder, fish, meat, eggs, lentils, grains, big onions, red onions, potatoes, vegetables and fruits as well as gas. Prime Minister also instructed to implement a program to distribute nearly 3,000 metric tons of rice held by the Sri Lanka Customs to the public through the Satusa. Prime Minister's office said that the focus was on releasing the Paddy Marketing Board's rice stocks to the market and purchasing another 25,000 metric tons of rice from local rice traders. Joining the discussion, Chairman of the Presidential Task Force on Economic Revival and Poverty Alleviation, Basil Rajapaksa, said that there is no shortage of rice in the country and that enough rice has been produced in the country for consumption. Finance Minister has also stated that he believes that the prices of vegetables will come down during the New Year season, while State Minister of Industrial Production and Export Diversification, Arundika Fernando, said that a program will be implemented to sell coconuts at lower prices through the Satusa outlets in the future. The Labour Ministry yesterday called for the information of the workers who have lost their employment opportunities due to the pandemic. Accordingly, such individuals can send their details to the Labour Department and later the department will be evaluating the request and see if any relief can be provided. A statement from the Labour Ministry said that this latest measure also included self-employed individuals who lost their financial income as a result of COVID-19 pandemic. After evaluating the responses, the ministry will attempt to see if these people can be offered some kind of relief, the statement further added. Those who had suffered job losses were asked to send in their personal details, the name of the company they were employed by, duration of service and the amount of basic salary they received at the time of redundancy. The ministry also announces that the information must be sent by the 1st of April this year. Details can be mailed to the Commissioner General of Labour, phone in on 011236850 or email to irlabur456@gmail.com. The primary e-survey carried out in April 2020 indicated signs of contractions, with an estimated 64% of the labour force remaining in homes without work at the time of survey. Meanwhile, Head of Research at First Capital Holdings, Dimantha Matthews, says that the overall low-level activities were witnessed at the Colombo stock market during the week, and the same factor resulted to show a negative sign in the foreign cash flow into the market. Speaking to the Art Television exclusively, he also added that the turnover level was also in a downturn.
We saw the index falling by around close to 400 points during this week, as the index this time fell below the 6,900 mark as well. So with that, what we are experiencing is that overall selling pressure has been there, and the turnover levels are also starting to come down. We saw high turnover levels over the last few weeks, and but now the turnover levels are closer to the 1 billion mark. And so with that, what we are also seeing is that the foreign flow also has been onto the negative side, but there are also the foreign participation has been coming down comparatively because in absolute terms because of the overall lower level of activity in the market. So with that, however, with the decline in turnover levels, we are seeing as a percentage foreign activity has increased to somewhere in between 10 to 15% compared to the last couple of weeks because the local activity has significantly declined.
Stay tuned for more news right after this break. Welcome back after the break. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on a negative note today. The All-Share Price Index dropped 76.44 points to close at 6,854.32 and the S&P SL20 dropped 17.33 points to close at 2,757.45. The turnover was 1.3 billion rupees and over 52 million shares were traded. Up next are Forex rates. And that's all news for today. See you on Sunday with Biz Roundup at 6:30 p.m. Until then, take care and good night.